Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Skirminator. So it has been a little while. I have been quite busy. I've been doing a bit of progress on Silverstone, you'll be glad to hear. But I'm just doing this video now as a bit of a filler video because I'm not quite ready for another progress report on that. Hopefully I will at some point soon. I'm not sure how soon that'll be though. But this is how to build an F1 track in Minecraft. Oh, I'm destroying loads of blocks. So let's get into this, and I'll try to explain somewhat the process that I've had to do when building these two F1 tracks. So let's go on over to Google Earth for the first step. So here we are at Google Earth. I'm just going to use Silverstone for now. This is Silverstone. You can probably just about make out where the track itself is. And I'm just going to be explaining how I get the track measurements and how I build the track itself. I might do another part in the future where I explain how I build all the details and all of the other stuff, but for now I'm just going to be explaining how I built the track. So if I quickly zoom in here, I'm going to start with I think this is the Hamilton pit straight here. It's the international pit straight as well. So if we just grab the measurement tool, if we try and measure the full straight, let's see how long this thing is. Oh, there we go. How long is it? It's about 480 meters. We'll call it 480 meters. So now what you do is you go off into your Minecraft world, and then I'm going to just use a command to speed this up. So if I do /fill here to 480, that is 480 blocks in a direction, and then we use concrete, and then the 8 there means I'm going to be using light grey concrete. So there you go. That is now 500 blocks or 500 meters, or sorry, 480 blocks or 480 meters going in that direction. So that is going to be the base for our pit straight for now. So if I just fly over here, I'll now be trying to explain how you do a corner, because that's all it really is. You just need to do the straights and the corners, but the corners are much harder to really do. So back onto Google Earth here, there are 3 steps for the corners. One of them is to work out the starting point and the ending point of the corner itself. So I'll be doing that right now. So this is going to be quite confusing, but hopefully I can explain it quite well. So this is Abby. We're just going to be focusing on this. So we put our marker right about here. This is about the starting point of the corner. Now, instead of measuring diagonally, we need to measure across and then down to work out the point about here, I'd say, where the corner ends. So if we just say we need to basically estimate this, and we can always change it if we think it's off. But we're going to say that's, it may be a bit further, 65 meters. There you go, 65 meters. Then going down, it will say 110 meters, like that. So that is 65 meters to here, and then 55 meters going down, because 110 minus 65 is 55. Quick maths! So as you can see, now we've got the straight and the starting point of the corner and the ending part of the corner right here. So the next step is go back onto Google Earth here, and we need to work out the gradient of this straight here. So the way we do that is it's very similar actually to working out the starting and finishing point of the corner. We just find a point along the straight, let's say here, and then we go out by, let's say 10 meters. It doesn't have to be the same each time, but 10 is a nice and easy calculation to do. So we get about 10, that would do. And now it's not quite straight, but obviously you'd make it more straight than me. And then you see it's gone down by 29. We'll call that 30, okay? We'll just say that that is 30 meters, so that means it is 10 meters across and 20 meters down, which means that we go 20 over 10, which is 2, which is the gradient of this straight. So that means that for every 1 block in this direction, we're going 2 blocks down here. So basically it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So this straight line here should help us judge the shape of this corner, which is in fact going to be the final step for making the outline of the track. And this is the hard part, because you just basically need to make a random estimate, a random guess, and try and make a decent shaped corner. So you need to keep paying attention to what it looks like. You can see up at the top right about here, it is quite sharp compared to the rest of the corner. There's a sudden kind of sharp kink, so I might try and implement that into it, but this part is very difficult. Let's see how I do it. So as you can see, my first attempt isn't too bad. Obviously, if I was doing this for real, I probably would do a bit more tinkering with it. But I would say that is pretty decent for Abby. You can probably see the comparison there. You see that kind of swooping. This is the inside line, remember? And then compared to that, it's not perfect. You can see a couple of kinks, which shouldn't be there. But obviously you could fix that. So that is basically the essence. And then all you need to do is just finish the entire thing, just do the entire track basically, with just one single line for now. So I'll explain what you do after that. So I'm just going to pretend I've done that. So the next stage is I need to go back onto Google Earth here and measure the width of the track at every point. So as you can probably see, it's about 13 meters, we'll call it 13. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So once you've got to 13, you basically just want to place in a second line for the outline of the track all the way around until you will get 2 lines which make up the track. And then after you've done that, you're on to the final stage of this video. Right, so as you can see, I've been prepared and I have actually taken a past recording from what I did in my Silverstone, when I was doing this for my Silverstone track. So I had basically, as you can see, if I pause the video quickly, you can see on either side I have filled in all the curbs and all of the white outlines for the track. This is so that the command works a bit better. So the command that I've used is I've used a fill command, which basically, as you can probably tell by the bottom of the screen, wherever I walk, it fills up with water. So what that means is that if I run through here, water will always be trailing me, and the water will nicely flow and fill in all of the gaps here. I know you could probably do this much easier in World Edit, but I'm using Bedrock Edition because I don't know how World Edit works. So I use this command. So then what you get is, if I just skip ahead, you can see it doesn't take too long compared to just doing a third person view there. You can see me running through. That's what it looks like from behind. So here you go, this is what it looks like when I'm done with that part. It looks pretty blue because it's all just water. So then, now I've got this, it's nice and easy for me to just do the exact same command again, but just replace everything with grey concrete, as you can see here. As I run past, there you go, I can fill it up. And yeah, that's basically it, because I just replace all the water with the grey concrete. So then you'll get an end result that looks something like this. You can probably tell it's different to the colour that you've seen in the past. That's because I've used retextured ice just to give it the boat, just to let the boats move on it basically. And just a quick note on this. If you're wanting to build one of these tracks in, let's say, a survival world, or you don't want to commit so much time, because if you complete all of these and do it with all the full detail, it could quite easily take a few hundred hours. So if you don't have that amount of time, you could always just decrease the scaling by half, or by 4, or by maybe even 1/10 of the size, and you'd probably still end up with something decent if you did all the maths correct. But I'll leave that with you guys. I hope this has been useful. I would recommend this method on the Bedrock Edition at least. I'm sure on Java there would be some much easier ways of doing this with World Edit. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, feel free to click the like button down below. It really helps. And also, please subscribe. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it really would mean a lot. I'm aiming to hit, I'm not sure, maybe, I could be really ambitious, but I would like to hopefully aim to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, if my Silverstone video blows up like the Monza one did at least. But hopefully, if you subscribe to me now, you can say in the comments you were subscribed to me before you were famous or something like that, I don't know. So feel free to subscribe, feel free to like, feel free to comment, feel free to share, and cheerio!